Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Lotana Wanjago, and of course, I will be your trainer today. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Over here, it's actually raining. I don't know how what the weather says in your own location. All right. In a very short while, we'll be introducing ourselves and, of course, getting the updates from our different locations. Okay. Um, Today is going to be a wonderful day. Today is going to be all about learning. I will be learning from you, and of course, you'll be learning from me. All right. And above all, both of us will be learning from Google. Okay. So I want to encourage you to enjoy yourself today. All right. At the end of the day, I want to assure you that you are leaving this place with something unique. Okay. I also want to use this opportunity to thank the organizer of this program. All right. I understand that you are a group and someone actually took this message to you. All right. And I can see that we have about 7 persons on the call. All right. Well done for attending this session. And I want to promise you that you will not regret this moment. My name is Lotana Wanjago once again, and I am going to be your trainer today, okay? Lotana works with Sandstones Consultant Services Limited, and Sandstones is a Google partner on Google Digital Skills. Sandstones is also a Microsoft partner on Microsoft Imagine Academy program, right? So I want to believe that Sandstones is qualified to actually lead you through this session, okay? I'm not here alone. I'm here with my colleague who will be communicating. Of course, he's already doing that on the chat box in the name of God knows Ibama. He will be our moderator today, all right? He will be anchoring this session today. So it simply means that whenever you have any question to ask, just feel free and drop those questions right there on the chat box, and Mr. Godnos Ikwama will be dealing with those questions, okay? He will try to engage you today. He will try to make this session very interactive. Godnos is a professional. Let me give you a little introduction of who Godnos is, all right? Godnos is a champion, a Google Digital Skills champion trainer, all right? And he actually had the opportunity to be trained in London. So Godnos is not a small person. Let me use the word a small person in this business. Okay, he knows exactly what he is doing. So feel free to ask him any question even as we go on, and he will respond to those questions. And if, for instance, he's unable to respond to those questions, he will pass those questions over to me for me to respond. And if, for instance, we are unable, or myself is unable to respond to those questions, all we need to do is either research the response or the correct answer together, right, with you, or we will just take your details and then get the response or the answer across to you at the end of this session. Okay, so God knows, thank you for being my moderator today, all right? Let's quickly take a little moment for introduction, all right? I have introduced myself. My name is Lotana again. Wanjago, and I'm connecting with you from Abuja, Nigeria. So let me know. Let's test how to make use of the chat box. Okay, let me know your name and where you are connecting with us from. Okay, let me know on the chat box your name and where you are connecting with us from. Okay, like I said, I'm connecting with you from Abuja, Nigeria. Let me know where you are connecting. If you're connecting with us from Lagos, Ibadan, Delta or Rivers, let us know where you're connected with us from, okay? This is like a roll call, okay? In the course of doing this, I want to give some few announcements. On the 45th minutes, from 45th minute to 50th minutes of this session, we'll be releasing a link where you are encouraged to fill, right? And then you get your certificate of participation almost immediately, okay? Almost immediately. So sit tight and make sure you are available during this period. It is important because Google actually does a head count at that moment. On the 40-50 minutes, Google will be doing a head count of those who are here, all right? So make sure you are online, okay? Make sure you are online within that moment. Okay, what else can I say? All you need to do is pick your biro and of course your paper and write down things you may be learning today. Okay, so let's get started, all right? The sessions I want to ask you, what topic was taught today? Can you let the person know that we discussed how we can implement Google Workspace across our businesses, how we can implement Google Workspace across our businesses, okay? Yeah, and also in the course of this program, we'll be encouraging you to follow us on our social media handles, okay? Truth be told, if Google is giving out any vital information, they make use of their social media handles, not just Google, also Sandstones, okay? So in the course of this program, our moderator in Mr. God knows Ipama will be dropping the links for the social media handles, okay? So you are highly welcome. Permit me to go through the chats. Let me welcome a few persons. By the way, I am also the broadcaster for this session, okay? So I want to say a very big welcome to everyone who is here, okay? Blessing is saying, good evening, sir. Blessing, you are highly welcome. And then we have Derek Uyinomen is saying, we are here. Derek, you are indeed here. You're highly welcome. And then I can see Adeyemi saying, please, can we get to watch this video after now? Yes, you can watch this video after now, but the idea is for you to sit tight and be able to get your certificate of participation, all right? Once you return to work, you will not be able to get that certificate of participation. Someone is saying, my network is somehow bad. Can you just move from your position, all right? Go to a place where you think you will have a strong network because you don't want to miss today. You don't want to miss today. Thank you. Blessing is saying, I'm Blessing, connecting from Uniben, all right? I'm Blessing, connecting from Uniben, and then hello, my name is Eric. I am connecting from Uniben, Edo, Nigeria. Uniben, you are all highly welcome, all right? Good to see you guys, all right? It's a pleasure to have us here today. All right, without wasting so much time, I would like us to go through some statistics. I like to show this so that we understand where we are currently in the world. The world has so much evolved that you need to know where we are in the world. So permit me to just switch tab, okay? Let us just go through some of the statistics of the world, okay? Let us go through some of the statistics of the world before we return to the session again, all right? So just give me a moment, please. Just give me a moment. All right, for some of us who may not know where we are currently in the world or what is going on currently in the world, this is it, okay? The internet has come to stay. Businesses has come to stay on the internet or has come to exist on the internet. So it simply means that if your business or your idea cannot be accommodated on the internet in the nearest future, you will be losing out, all right? So I want to use this opportunity to show you what is currently happening. Even as you're with us right now, this is what is currently happening, all right? This is what is currently happening. Internet users in the world are 4.5 billion people, and then total number of websites we have today is about 1.7 billion people. And the emails, take note of these internet platforms, okay, how people are using them. A whooping 153 billion emails has been sent today. And if you look at how people are still sending these emails, you will understand that people are indeed making use of email, all right? So if you have a business or idea and you want to push those ideas using email, right, then you are giving yourself a very good opportunity to be seen, all right? And then we have Google searches. Google searches today is 4.2 billion searches has been conducted today from morning till night till now. Blog posts, tweets sent today. On YouTube, videos viewed on YouTube today, 4.2 billion YouTube videos has been consumed today, right? Is this not amazing? Yeah, it is actually very amazing. All right, so we have photos uploaded on Instagram. Photos uploaded on Instagram. All right, I always like to ask this question. If we have 50 million photos, 50.7 million photos uploaded on Instagram, and you can see the speed at which people are uploading these pictures, right? How many percentage goes to the girls or to the ladies, all right? And how many percentage of these photos goes to the guys, right? I want to say, arguably, right, that about 49.999 million photos are actually posted by the girls. All right, yeah, the slay queens. All right, so I'm just kidding, right? So we have Tumblr, we have Facebook active users, not those who are not active. All right, there are people who have accounts on Facebook, but they're not active. These are the active users on Facebook, 2.4 billion active users on Facebook. All right, Google Plus, then we have Twitter, and then we have Pinterest, we have Skype calls, and then the most interesting part of this is the websites hacked. The websites hacked today. 92,000 of websites has been hacked today. All right, so even when you are going online, then you should consider what internet security, so that you don't fall prey to people like this. And then look at this interesting statistics again. 411,000 computers has been sold online, and then we have about 2.5 million smartphones has been sold online. So it simply means that smartphone companies are selling way over 2.5 million smartphones every day, all right? And then we have tablets sold today. About 251,000 tablets have been sold today. All right, having gone through these statistics, what do you think? What do you think? Where do you think we are? Okay, where do you think we are going? All right, these statistics are impressive. It simply means that you should be online if you want to follow the boat, okay? If you want to follow the running train, you have to be online. You as a person and also your business has to be online, all right? So let's quickly go into the business of today. So I remember saying this: if someone should ask you what was the topic for today, kindly let that person that we treated how to implement Google Workspace across our businesses, okay? Google has come to stay. Google is taking over the world market, okay? Virtually in every aspect of the internet, you will definitely come across Google, right? It's either you make use of the Google app, map, or you make use of the G Suites, or you make use of search engine, or you're making use of YouTube, or in fact, Google has come to stay. So how do you keep in touch, and how do you make use of this platform for your own business? So we have 3 agendas to deal with today: discover Google's Workspace, and how we can boost communication across your business, and how we can leverage tools to increase collaboration, okay? I want to reaffirm that on the 45th to 50th minute, we shall be sending out links for your certificate, and of course, every other links that will be important for you today, all right? So sit tight and make sure you don't miss out, all right? So Let me know on the chat box, what tools do you currently use to communicate and collaborate with your businesses, okay? What tools? Let me know. Let me know, what tools do you currently use to communicate and collaborate with your businesses, all right? Some of us may not know what the word collaboration means. Okay, it means where we, different set of people, can actually work together at the same time, all right? There is no barrier whatsoever. Even if you're in Lagos and the other person is in Benin, no barrier whatsoever. Everyone can log in and work together within that same moment, that collaboration. So let me know what's the tools that you currently use to communicate. Of course, we know what communication is all about, okay? We are in the world of instant messaging, all right? So let me know what tool you use for communication and for collaboration within your business, all right? Let me know on the chat box. Just put that on the chat box. I will be taking a look at the chat box later on, okay? So let me know what tools you use for your communication and collaboration. So discover Google Workspace. I know you'll be wondering, what is Google Workspace? We'll be talking about Google Workspace. Yeah, we are going to go right into it, okay? So another question, yeah, I think I forgot to tell you that this session is interactive. I will be asking a lot of questions, and of course, I'll be expecting responses from you right there on the chat box, okay? And also, I've encouraged you to ask a lot of questions, and I have my moderator there to respond to those questions. And if he is unable, or probably he wants me to respond to those, he will pass those questions to me, all right? So do you currently use Google Workspace? And if so, how? It's a question I'm putting across to you. Do you currently use Google Workspace? And if so, how? Let me know if you currently use Google Workspace, and if so, how, all right? What are those Google tools you use, right? What are those Google tools you use? And let us know how you make use of those Google tools, okay? All right. So what is Google Workspace? I know you've been asking that question, and here we are, all right? Let's deal with that. Google Workspace, previously known as G Suite. I know every one of us here may be familiar with the word Google Suite, okay? It is a collection of cloud computing, productivity and collaboration tools, okay? Softwares and products developed and marketed by Google, all right? It is a collection of what? Of cloud computing, productivity and collaboration tools, softwares and products developed and marketed by Google. So in a simple terms, it's a collection of Google products, okay? A collection of Google products that interact with themselves, okay? At every level that you want them to interact, okay? Now, which tools are available? Can you recognize any of these icons? Let me know on the chat box, okay? Can you recognize any of these icons? Let me know any of the icons that you could recognize there on the chat box. What icon can you recognize? Or if you can name all those icons, kindly go ahead and name those icons on the chat box, okay? Yeah. So core functionalities of Google Workspace, all right? Of course, we have known what Google Workspace is, okay? It is formally called G Suite, okay? So what are the core functionalities of Google Workspace? One, create documents and presentation, okay? Even if you're a student, currently, how do you go about creating documents and presentations? At a point in time, you will actually make a presentation. So how do you go about that? Okay, it also helps to record, analyze, and present data. Using Google Sheets, we can actually record, we can analyze, we can also present data. It can also be used to brainstorm ideas, manage projects, and store files, okay? The drive, the Jamboard, and all that. Jamboard is a wonderful tool for brainstorming ideas, okay? And then management, Google Drive, you can use that to manage anything, and of course store files, okay? And then we have to communicate globally, okay? To communicate globally, we can use Meet to communicate globally, and we can even use the Sheet, the doc, to communicate globally, because anyone can collaborate using those icons, okay? So that's the beauty of Google Workspace. Now, we can also create document and presentation. Let's deal with that, all right? There are tools we can use to create documents and presentation. We have mentioned Google Docs, okay? Some of us, the beauty of this is that they are online and you don't get to miss them anymore. Once you've created these documents, you don't get to start looking for them. Let's say your system crashes, okay? You don't get to look for them anymore because they are already stored in the cloud, okay? So Google Doc and Google Slide can be used to create documents for Google Doc and of course presentation for Google Slide. All right, forms, we can use that to record and of course analyze and present data using what? Google Sheets, okay? So these tools can be used for recording purpose, the analysis purpose, and of course, data presentation, all right? So if you are looking for something that will help you to analyze your data and of course present your data, then you should consider Google Sheets. All right, so benefits brought by Google Workspace. These are benefits, but because I know you'll be asking this question, okay, if I should switch to Google, what are the benefits for me? All right, so these are the benefits for using Google Workspace. One, increased collaboration, all right? You want a situation whereby you are not restricted. You want a situation whereby anyone, anywhere, all right, at any point in time can work together to achieve a goal, all right? So you don't want any form of restriction, then this Google Workspace can provide that for you. Improved communication, of course, with Google Meet, you can, of course, increase communication, all right? Google also have a chat you can also do make use of, all right? Smarter working, things can be done easily. Things can be done very fast, okay? If you're really hands-on on Google Workspace, all right, things can just be done within split seconds, okay? And then it also can bring about enhanced security. No one will have access to your documents without you providing that access, okay? And whatever thing you keep or you store on Google Drive, for instance, is actually secured unless you bridge it all by yourself. So increased collaboration, let's deal with that. Google Workspace stores your information in the cloud, like I've mentioned already, and also enabling you to share documents and files with ease. You can share documents and files with ease, okay? And then track changes, comment with ideas, and work with colleagues across projects. I know you'll be asking, okay, how about we have a group of persons collaborating on one sheet and someone decides to delete any of those content. How would you know? Google actually has a way you can restore versions, okay? Google, whatever thing that happens on your sheet is documented. So you can tell who altered your document, who can tell who deleted any of the content and all that with Google. So everything has been thought about and brought to you to use. Then improve communication. Yeah, and we've mentioned that earlier. Harness key tools to maintain and improve levels of communication across your business, all right? You can use Gmail, of course. You can send mail using a Gmail. Google Meet, we've mentioned that, of course. Organize a video conferencing, Google Current, and Google Chats. All these help you to improve your communication. And these are instant communication. That's the beauty of using what? Google Workspace. Of course, work smarter. We are in the world where efficacy, let me use the word, efficacy is tolerated, okay? You want to present your work in a neat format. You want to show that, yes, you know what you're doing, all right? Google Workspace allows you to collect, analyze, and turn data into insights. You can actually have in-depth knowledge of how your business is faring using Google Insights, okay? Some of these, in fact, there are a lot of tools that Google has provided for this purpose, okay? Streamline your workflow, all right? That means you cannot, as a business, you cannot just work blinded, all right? You will work with a lot of knowledge, all right? In-depth knowledge of how your business is faring, all right? To also streamline your workflow and processes, store and manage files, communicate and collaborate via what? A one system. collaborate via what? A one system. Once you have your Gmail, you have everything is already linked to that. So once you you provide your Gmail account, then everything that has to do with you is already in your palms, okay? So all are stored in one central system. So securely store files and data. We mentioned it earlier that once you store your data or your file on Google platform, it is secured, all right? Even when someone is trying to hack your account, you will be notified, okay? Store the documents, files, and data on the cloud via what? Google Drive. We mentioned Google Drive. It's a fantastic platform, a very fantastic platform. You can do virtually anything at all, on Google Drive. Use admin console to centralize your administration, manage users, restrict access, set up passwords, and two-step authentication to protect your business from security threats, okay? You can give a certain level of authorization, okay, to a certain level of people within your organization, all right? You can decide who have the super admin control. You can decide who is the manager, different levels of authorization given to different levels of people, all right? That is the beauty of Google Workspace. It simply means that nothing is done without it being tracked. At every line of authorization, you know who has access to those information. That is the beauty of what Google Workspace. So create your Google Workspace account. It takes nothing, all right? For you to have access to all these beautiful features by Google, it takes nothing to create an account. Of course, you have to create an account, all right? Step number one is visit workspace.google.com/sign-up/business starter. Again, if you want to put that down, workspace.google.com/sign-up/business starter. All right. So once you are there, you'll be able to start your process of what? Account creation. All right. So step 2 says impute your business name. Impute your business name. And step 3 says add your contact details. Step 4 says choose your domain. And step 5, update your business address, all right? Step 6, set your login details, all right? It takes nothing. Pretty easy to create an account on Google Workspace. So how to get set up on Google Workspace? Create your business email, all right? Create your business. If, for instance, you have let's say a buy on me business, all right? You can say Kehinde, www.kehinde@buyonme.com, all right? You can actually create a business profile such as that using Google Workspace, all right? You can also add team members and users, all right? You can decide who is your manager, who is your advertiser. You can decide all these things, okay? Like we mentioned, give a line of authorization, all right, to your team members. Then migrate your data and import files. Even if you are using other email solutions, you can actually migrate your data to Gmail solution, all right? There's nothing impossible when it comes to using Google Workspace, okay? That is the beauty of Google Workspace. So we're taking our time to explain to you how these things work so that you will understand that we are in a world of possibility. There is nothing you cannot do using the Google Workspace. At this moment, I hope the first module has been informative, all right? At this moment, I'll be pausing for questions, but then because we want to give all the time to all those who may be asking more questions, all right? We may have to continue from here. I want to say a very big thank you to Mr. Godnos. You are doing a great job right there on the chat box, okay? Hey guys, keep those questions coming, and my ever dependable a moderator in Godnos Igbama, of course, will be dealing with those questions as they come, all right? As they come, yeah. So let's proceed. So boost communication across your business. Let's deal with how we can boost communication across your business. So let me know, which tools can you use via Google Workspace to boost communication? Let me even know if you were listening to me, because I know we have dealt a bit, we've talked about this in the first module, all right? Let me know the tools you can use via Google Workspace to boost communication, all right? I know we mentioned some of the tools we can use to boost communication. Let me know on the chat box the tools that we can use to boost communication. Feel free and let me know on the chat box the tools. Yeah, someone is saying, someone is saying something interesting here. Someone is saying Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Drive, Google Meets. Yeah, thank you, Derek. Thank you, Derek, for this wonderful and, in fact, very impressive response. Okay, you are indeed following us even as we continue, right? So, key communication tools. I remember we have talked about this, all right? Gmail, we have the Google Meet, the current, and the chat, okay? You can use these tools to communicate, all right? Let's deal with them one after the other. I know some of us already have a Google Mail, Gmail, but most of us don't actually use all the features that Gmail can offer, all right? So maybe we'll find another time to talk in depth about what Gmail can offer, all right? Then Gmail communicates globally with ease using Google free email tools, Gmail, all right? Gmail is free. I don't think anyone here who owns a Gmail account has paid a dime for using a Gmail account unless it's a corporate email, all right? Then we have send files, create groups, mailing list, and access the integrated calendar in order to stay connected and up to date, okay? That's the beauty of Gmail, all right? You can create groups, you can create mailing lists, okay? If you're running this project and you have this set of people running this project alongside you, you just create a mailing list, adding every one of them, all right? And then so that whenever you're sending an email, you don't need those emails to land on everyone who is working with you within that organization, but to those specific people who are handling that project. That's the beauty of Gmail, all right? And then you can have access to the integrated calendar. You can schedule a meeting, create an invite, a calendar invite for a meeting. In fact, you can even automatically create a meeting on Google Meet using your calendar, and of course, add users, add those that you want to attend the meeting right there on the calendar, right? That is everything about Google Workspace is beautiful. Very, very beautiful, all right? So Google Meet, keep your team connected with enterprise-grade video conferencing built on Google's robust and secure global infrastructure. Meet is included within Google Workspace and G Suite for education, all right? Even when you go to your email, and you will just click on the grid there, you'll be able to see Google Meet embedded there, all right? The beauty of Google Meet is that they designed it so well that it recognizes, it has a way of recognizing poor network and adjusting to your network, all right? So that is the beauty of that. You can also set it, go to the setting and configure it in such a way that it will just take up a very minimal network, okay, for people in a very bad network area. That's the beauty of what Google Meet. Google Meet is smart. Let me use the word. It is very, very smart. So currents, you can use Current, this tool, all right, to engage employees, foster more meaningful conversation, and stay connected, all right? Now, the beauty of what we are doing today is that there is nothing cast in stone, all right? Whatever thing we are giving you today, we are just giving you a tip of that thing, all right? So the essence of this is also to inform you of these tools so that you can research on them and of course gain more knowledge or understanding of those icons, okay? Of those tools. We also have a link we are going to be sharing with you so that you can go and learn further. In fact, get a certificate for your learning, all right? And we'll be dropping that link, and it is totally free. Just go there, sign up, and read up on all these things, and Google will issue you a certificate for that, and it is totally free, okay? So Current also help to work towards a common goal, build a community, and ensure employees can communicate their ideas and receive instant feedback, all right? That is the beauty of Current. And then Google Chats, from direct messages to group conversations. Group chats helps teams and businesses to communicate fluidly and efficiently from anywhere, all right? Even if you are in Antarctica, as long as there is a network there, you will be able to still communicate with your colleagues, okay? Then securely connect with anyone you work with and share ideas, files, and tags with ease, all right? Files and tags with ease, all right? Google always has security at the back of their creations, okay? So when you are using some of these tools, you know that you are secured, your information is secured even as you continue to use these things, all right? That is the beauty of using Google Workspace. So top tips to maximize your communication. Tip number 1, create in-person communication. Create in-person communication, all right? Between you and someone, all right? Create a fantastic communication, all right? Then tip number 2, stay organized, all right? Stay organized. Tip number 3 is create team mailing lists. I saw someone's Gmail, a drive. That drive was so organized. Folders for different things, and once you enter open any of the folders, you'll be able to see orders of folders neatly arranged, all right, without even telling you, hey, this is the folder that hosts this particular file. You'll be able to figure that out with ease, all right? So some of us are not good with arranging our files. So staying organized is very important, which is that tip number 2, very, very important, okay? And then how we can creating team mailing lists is also an important thing. Like I explained earlier, if you have a project and you have this set of people handling those projects, then you need to create a mailing list so that whenever you are sending a mail, you are sending to that particular set of people and not to the overall persons within the organization, all right? And then we have set up projects or team rooms, okay? You can also create team rooms in Google Chats, okay? So meant for you, just the way we have that in WhatsApp, you can also create team rooms so that you guys can communicate effectively. So top tips to maximize your communication. Remember, we talked about create in-person communication, all right? So dealing with creating in-person communication, schedule regular team calls and check-ins via Google Meet and Hangouts. Then connect with colleagues and teams across the globe, brainstorm ideas, work on team projects, and hold virtual events. Join from mobile and desktop devices, okay? Recreate, all right, in-person communication, all right? These are the things you should do, okay? It will help you recreating in-person communications. So tip number 2, staying organized, okay? Google Calendar, it helps to improve communications across teams through Google, of course, across teams, okay? Create multiple team calendars to track meetings, training sessions, vacations, and more. Improve visibility and organization by ensuring all team members remain connected. Now, Google Team is one beautiful thing. You can actually schedule your meeting to for it to be sent out the next day, okay? So that is the beauty of some of these things, okay? So and Google Calendar has a way of reminding you of events. All right, so Google Calendar is another important tool, all right, for communication. Then we have create team mailing lists. We have discussed it already. Create a Google group email list, send status updates, share resources, create visibility, and foster what communication. We have discussed mailing lists in details. Having these people in one group, all right, so that you'll be able to send a mail to them with ease without thinking that, yes, you are sending a mail to someone outside the organization or someone outside the project team, okay? So that's the beauty of creating a mailing list. Then set up project or team rooms. We discussed it earlier, all right? So, but then let's just add more, a few more important points. To set up project or team rooms, help team members to stay connected by creating a room in Google Chats or chat in Gmail, all right? You can create a room in Google Chat or chats in the Gmail, all right? There is a chat tab in your Gmail, all right? Encourage team members to network with each other, share project ideas, exchange thoughts on best practices, and create a stronger sense of community, all right? So this will help you, these tools will help you to create, in a nutshell, bond, all right? Bond, team, to create a team that exchange ideas, that does virtually everything together. That is what this can help you do. And yet again, I am pausing for questions. Let me go through to see if I have questions or if people are even connecting with us. Yeah, wonderful. We have about 16 persons on call even as we speak. Yes, let no one drop. By 7:45 to 7:50, Mr. God knows if I will be dropping that link for everyone to fill, in order to get their certificate of participation, all right? Courtesy Google, courtesy Sandstones, okay? So guys, you guys are doing a great job. I want to say thank you to God knows if I'm for being very active right there on the chat box. You are doing a great job, sir. You're doing a great job. I want guys to ask questions. I hope I'm communicating, all right? I want guys to ask questions, and of course, we have God knows who will be dealing with them, or myself that will be dealing with them, all right? So stay connected, even as we continue. So go ahead and drop your questions, okay? Yeah, okay, someone is saying the presentation is quite simple and clear. Quite simple and clear. Yes, just the way Google make their tools very simple and easy to use. So they have created this simple training and clear training, all right, so that you don't get confused. But then not everyone is good with some of the things we are discussing today, all right? So yeah, thank you very much, Clinton, for such a wonderful contribution. All right, so we continue. So let's deal with the last agenda for today, which says leverage tools to increase collaborations, okay? How we can leverage tools to increase collaboration. We've mentioned, we've discussed what collaboration is all about when we have people working together on a project at the same time, all right? With no barrier, with no location barrier or time barrier or anything. Anyone can work at the same time from anywhere in the world, okay? So which tools can you use on Google Workspace to increase collaboration? Which tools can you use on Google Workspace to increase collaboration, all right? Collaborate across projects and teams, right? Brainstorm ideas, share working files, make suggestions, and tag colleagues, track changes, okay? Track changes. Okay, so these are things we can, the tools we can use. Tool number one, Jamboard. Jamboard, you can see from the presentation, from the screen, you can see all sorts of activities there. Yeah, that is because Jamboard allows you to do all sorts of things, okay? To share ideas, make presentations, discuss with people and all that. That's the beauty of Jamboard. So Jamboard harnesses the power of digital whiteboards to share ideas and improve brainstorming sessions, okay? Jamboard is connected to the cloud and enables people in different locations to work together in real time through multiple touch points, okay? Through multiple touch points, all right? That is the beauty of Jamboard. You can do virtually everything on Jamboard. All right. Another tool you can use to improve collaboration is Google Drive. We mentioned this earlier. All right. It helps you to store files on the cloud via Google. It also helps Google Drive. It also helps to enable you to share work documents, presentations, and sheets with ease. It also helps to encourage collaboration and work from one central file. Even if you can even share your folder, you can even share your file. All right. Of course, determine the level of access, okay, you give to people, whether you want the person to have all the access by giving the editing rights to that person, or you want to give them the view rights. They can only see the document, view the document, but they can't do anything. They can't comment, they can't edit, you can't do anything, all right? So, or you just give them the commenters rights, which allows them to comment on that document, but they can't share, they can't edit, they can't alter anything, right? So these are levels of authorizations you can also grant in Google Drive. Okay, so make suggestions and tag colleagues. You can, of course, if you have a work or a document you're working on, you can decide to mention somebody to bring that person's attention to that work. Okay, hey, okay, you have James, you have John, you have Matthew, you have Abdul, all working together on one document, and then you want Abdul in particular to do something. You can actually mention Abdul, all right, tag Abdul to that document, and let Abdul know exactly what you want Abdul to do, and then he will read through and of course do that and mark it as done. All right, and mark it as done. That is the beauty of these collaborating tools. Okay, edit shared documents in real time, reducing the need to send files back and forth, suggest changes, comment with ideas, and tag colleagues to increase visibility and boost collaborations. Okay. So track changes, like I mentioned earlier, anything on Google, you can actually track changes, okay? You can, like I said, you can also restrict access. If anyone alters your document, you'll be able to say, okay, this was the person who altered this document, okay? You can view all edits made to your document and files, restrict access, track changes, and approve suggestions to ensure collaboration effects are managed and reviewed effectively. So there is no case of someone stealing into your document and doing something that you don't want them to do, all right? You can actually say, okay, this was the person who did that. So at this moment, I will be pausing for questions yet again, all right? Feel free to ask me all the necessary questions you need to ask. What do you think of this program? What do you think of this program, okay? So let me know what your thoughts are on this program. Let me know what your thoughts are. Which of the tools do you think you fancy the most? Let me know on the chat box. Which of these tools do you think you fancy the most? Do you fancy the calendar, the Google Drive, the Gmail, the Jamboard, the Google Meet, the doc, or the sheets? Which one of it, or the currents? Which one of it do you think appeals to you the most? Let me know right there on the chat box. And at this moment, I will be asking Mr. God knows to send this the link already, okay, for people to respond to. So let me know which of these do you think appeals to you the most? Which of these do you think appeals to you the most? Okay, which of these do you think appeals to you the most? All right, let me know on the chat box. So let me know on the chat box, please. Which of these do you think appeals to you the most? Let me know. I'm right there on the chat looking at you. I learned more about Google Drive again today, and I'm going to try and maximize. Yes, let me push this forward for everyone to see. Clinton Foster is saying, I learned more about Google Drive again today, and I'm going to try and maximize the knowledge. Google Drive is beautiful. In fact, in my organization, we make use of Google Drive a lot, okay? A whole lot. You can create templates, different forms of templates. In fact, you can do virtually everything on Google Drive. Google Drive is so beautiful. Very, very beautiful, right? It's just a smart way of working. Actually, if you know Google Drive very well, it's a smart way of working. So I would encourage you, Clinton, to go ahead. Feel free to learn more about Google Drive. And of course, Mr. Godnos will be dropping the link for you to learn more about Google Drive, for you to learn more about Google Drive. Okay, so you'll be able to learn more on that link. Okay, Derek is saying so far. Derek is saying, so far, I will start working with Google Doc and Sheets. Okay, Google Doc and Sheets. Yeah, Google Doc is another thing, another wonderful thing. In fact, it has a way of interacting with the internet. All right, you can right there get resources from the internet, from the web, and attach to it with ease, all right, with ease. That is the beauty of Google Doc. And another beautiful thing about it is that once you are working, it automatically saves. So you don't need to, let's say you have a case of someone asking you to come out immediately or to do one or two things, and then you forgot to save and it shut down your system. When you're using some other editing tools, you'll see that once you switch off, you have automatically lost all those information. But Google Docs saves immediately. You don't need to click save for them to save, all right? As you're working, it's saving immediately, all right? Even when you make a mistake, it saves your mistake. Even when you correct the mistake, it saves automatically the corrections, okay? So that is the beauty of using the Google Doc. Let me see what Omona is saying. I've received many lectures via Google Meet. For me, it's the most efficient, okay? Omona is saying Google Meet appeals to him the most, okay? Google Meet appeals to you the most. Now you can, of course, it has the raising of hands feature, and of course, it has the Jamboard feature. You can, from Google Meet, go to Jamboard almost immediately, and of course, you can share ideas, okay? You can share ideas. Good luck, Rachel is saying, I admire Google Drive the most, okay? You said something like this. This workshop has, okay. And then we have Derek is saying, so far so good, this workshop has been educative and enlightening. Yeah, that is what we do, to educate people on what we do, or what is important, or what is going on currently in the world, all right? So that you can key in. And in the next few years, if you're not where you are expected to be today, you'll be missing out a lot, all right? Clinton and Foster is also saying, I learned more about Google Drive again today, and I'm going to try to, okay, we have discussed this earlier. So guys, feel free to let me know. Let me know what you think about this session. Feel free to let me know again what you think about this session. Okay. So at this moment, give me a moment, please. Okay. So going forward, what's next? What's next? All right. Haven't learned what you learned today. I know some of us may have the knowledge, but you may have added one or few information to what you already know, all right? What's next step, okay? What are your next steps? The next thing for you to do, I can see Mr. Godnos Igbama already dropping the links, is for you to further discuss. What we told you today or what we explained to you today are just informative, all right? You need practicals, okay? So you need to go and get these things done, all right? Go and get these things done. Use the link that Mr. Godnos have already dropped on the chat box to get on and get registered for your online course, okay? It is Google sponsored, and at the end of the course, you will be issued a certificate for completing the course, all right? Take that course very seriously. And then we will not, we cannot end this session without asking you to follow us on our social media handles, all right? Google give out a lot of information using their social media handles. If you want to keep in touch with Google, please follow Google on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram by simply typing facebook.com/Google Digital Skills for Africa on Facebook, all right? And then on Twitter, twitter.com/Google Skills, Digital Skills AF. AF stands for Africa, all right? Twitter.com/Digital Skills AF. on Twitter. And then on Instagram, instagram.com/Google Digital Skills AF, all right? /Google Digital Skills AF. So we want to say a very big thank you for sticking around. Let me go back again. For me, okay, let me see what people are saying. Let me see what people are saying. Just give me a moment. Let me take a look at what people are saying. Let me take a look at what people are saying. So, okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Godknows. Thank you, Mr. Godknows. Thank you, Mr. Godknows, for the links. All right. So I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you for sticking around. I know you may have learned, okay, Google Doc and Google Drive. Someone said something here. Google Docs and Google Drives are amazing. Google Docs and Google Drives are amazing. Thank you for saying this, all right? I want to use this opportunity to say thank you for sticking around with us today. I know it was worth it. We'll be having more sessions coming, so we encourage you to actually click on that subscription button and subscribe to this channel, so that whenever we are having sessions such as this in the nearest future, you will be able to get notified. All right. I also want to use this opportunity to bring to you the people who handled this session. All right, my name again is Lutana Wanjago, and I was your trainer today. All right, and then Godknows Ipama was there, right there on the chat box, moderating this session. All right, and also I broadcasted this session today. All right, so feel free to always reach out to us, reach out to Sandstones, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also look out for Sandstones on social media handles, on social media platforms, simply at Sandstones, SANSTONZ. All right, at Sandstones across Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just type at Sandstones, and then you will find us there. And to the organizers of this program, Mr. Williams, thank you for organizing this program. All right, I want to say a very big thank you for your efforts. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. If you have any other question, please go ahead and drop that. And I want to make sure, I want to believe that everyone here has written their name, has filled the form for the certificate. I hope you filled your form for the certificate so that you will get your certificate almost immediately. Thank you, guys. I want to say thank you also to my moderator, Mr. Godknows, for doing a wonderful job tonight. All right, thank you very much, and have a wonderful day. I will be on call for some time, for about 3 minutes, just in case anyone wants to ask any question. I will be on call. I'll still be online now and attending to those questions. So feel free to make use of these minutes to ask your questions, okay? Yes, Mr. Godknows is saying, be sure to subscribe and turn on notification bell to be notified whenever we go live. Yes, it's important for you to turn on that notification bell to be notified whenever we go live. It's important, okay? My name is Patient. You're welcome. I don't think we have welcomed you today, Joanne. Good evening. My name is Patient Panachi. You are highly welcome, Patient. Highly welcome. All right, but you came very late, if this is when you are coming for this session. Thank you, Mr. Joel, for saying thank you. This is the only person that said thank you. All right, thank you, Mr. Joel, for appreciating what we did today. All right, I appreciate you too. Yeah. Okay, we have just 1 minute, to deal with your questions. If you have any question, feel free to drop those questions right there on the chat box, okay? So we have just 1 minute, maximize this moment, and make sure you fill your certificate form. Copy the link, and fill that link. I mean, the certificate form will be closed immediately after we are done with this session. All right. It will be closed immediately after we are done with this session. You can't access it. The form is actually, I can see about 3 persons has already filled the form. All right. Please, it means that people are accessing it. Okay, people are accessing it. So I don't know. I can see about 3 persons has filled the form already. So please go ahead, try maybe use another listen to fill. All right, it's still the same form that he has dropped right now. Okay, so this form will be closed almost as soon as we end this broadcast. The form will be closed. As soon as we end this broadcast, the form will be closed. Yeah, guys. All right, guys are beginning to respond. Guys are beginning to fill the form. So go ahead and fill the form and get your certificate of participation. You can't have a 1-hour session without the certificate to show for it. So go ahead, or you can use another browser to access that. Yeah, that is a very good suggestion. All right, that's a very good suggestion. You can use another browser to access the form. Okay, so go ahead. Thank you very much, every one of us, for attending. I want to appreciate you. Before now, I haven't taken Gmail serious when it comes to. I haven't taken Gmail serious when it comes to email marketing, but I will try to utilize it more now. Thanks to the organizers. I'm grateful. You're highly welcome, Derek, for these wonderful comments. All right, guys, I want to say a very big thank you once again. Have a wonderful night rest ahead. Bye.